I think that's a great point you make, Athena, because when you're talking about artificial intelligence and just opportunity, let's just focus on that. Let's look at that bigger picture part. I think that there's a perception that as Black people, we're supposed to sort of be left on the sidelines while everyone else is enjoying the fruits of America. That we're kind of always sort of left out of everything, like almost like wealth is a highway and we can't get on the highway. We're down on the ground looking up at the people driving by, and that's just not true, right? There are ways onto that highway if you have the right attitude. You have on ramps, right? On ramps might be, for example, participating in the stock market. So I
Mhm.
actually had made a list of stocks that I sent out to all the students in this class and said, look, if you buy these stocks, you will benefit as AI emerges because AI is not going away. And your other point that you made that I thought was really great was you were talking about the Stargate project with President Trump, and he has Sam Altman, Larry Ellison from Oracle, and they were all announcing this alleged. It's Mayoshi Son, can't forget him because he runs the Vision Fund, which they've got just I think over $100 billion that they're deploying and investing. And the thing is that um, it is interesting, like you said, that we'll allow people to tell us why they can't afford reparations, but then we will sort of sit back and be okay when Democrats or Republicans make these, $100 billion announcements. Like, well, we don't have 10 billion for you Black people who got us into office, but we got 100 billion for these people over here who didn't do anything. In fact, they live in a whole nother country. But because we expect y'all people to do what we tell you to do, you're gonna support us as we go do this. You're gonna carry water for us. We'll never carry water for you because after all, we're not Negroes. We don't work for you, right? And I find that to be kind of weird and offensive, rather whether it's Democrat or Republican. It's kind of crazy.
Exactly. So, Dr. Boyce, I want to touch on something, right? You were talking about the highway. Immediately, I thought about Miami traffic and Miami highway, right? It is ghetto. It is horrible. I hate having to drive to Miami. But guess what they did? They opened up the express lane, but you
Mm.
got to pay a toll. You got to pay an investment to use that lane. The last time I was in that lane, traffic was backed up all the way, and I was on this freeway, listening to my music. I love Lil Ratch. Listening to my music, flying by, going on the highway, and that is what AI is for us. If you want to be in the bumper to bumper traffic, stressed out, then you can stay over there. But if you want to make an investment in yourself as a person and your abilities into your future, it is not going anywhere. It is
Mm.
not going anywhere. Then you do that. And you need to be the type of person who is forward thinking, who's willing to act on things, who's willing to read the tea leaves and see where the wind is blowing, where things are going in this direction. This country, also known as Scamerica, all right, I'm a trademark that, Scamerica, is not invested in helping Black people in particular, but also not invested in helping a certain group of people,
Mm.
right? If you look at how things are structured, especially from an immigrant perspective, I can talk about this because I am an immigrant to this country. The United States government makes investment in people who are willing to work in certain labor in certain functions. So infrastructure and construction, science, technology, and professional careers. So that's how my father was able to come here because he was a scientist, right? He was a geologist. There's not too many geologists walking around.
Mm.
And they're more invested in importing the labor because they already have the expertise and everything than to build up its own people to get them to do those same jobs.